Hello dear student. Now we have completed our two part of this poem. So let we come on a third. This is our third portion, right? And here we will do reading is first fun portion, some grammar questions and some exercise you will getting in it for practice, right? So let we start our first one. Reading is fun. Here some question you have seen. Then first one is, what do you think birds say to each other in a morning? Now you just think in your mind firstly and pause this video. Now the answer is birds say good morning to each other in the morning. Come on, the next one question. Who are already awake? Similarly, now pause this video and just think in your mind. And if you are not getting the answer of this, then now I'll just tell you who are already awake. Birds, bees, cows, horses, ducks, sheep and tiny chickens. Okay, then come on the next one question. Which creatures wake up in the morning before the child does? The same answer here also, because of the creatures are same in that poem. Birds, bees, cows, horses, ducks, sheep and the tiny chickens, these all creatures wake up in the morning before the child goes. Got it? I think it is clear to you. Now a very important portion we will start now. So please beta listen me very sincerely, and if you are not having your notebook and pen pencil, so you just bring out that, right? Let me start some grammar portion which are come in your this lesson only. So we will complete that firstly, right? So first of all we will do conjunction. Okay, conjunction, it's very simple. Conjunctions are joining words that join the words or group of words in a sentence. They also join two sentences together, or you can say in a very simple words, conjunction is a word that join words and sentences. Example: but, yet, not, although, unless, while, where, to, but. Here we will do and but, because of these two are come in your chapter, right? So first of all I explain one by one how and where you use these conjunction word but, and. Am I right? So first of all I'll tell you where we use but. The conjunction but is used to join words and sentences that have opposite ideas. For example, I give one hint to you. Suppose Leo blew the candles but he did not cut the cake. These are two opposite sentences and two opposite ideas. Another one example I want to give you which make you clear this concept. She ate 2 cakes but she was still hungry. She ate 2 cakes but after that she was hungry. So here the contradiction between the ideas and these given two sentences. Am I right? Then another one is your and. The conjunction and is used to join words and sentences that have related ideas. For example, same example I give you, like Leo blew the candles and cut the cake, because maybe Leo have birthday at that time and this candle and cake both are related to each other. So here the conjunction and join two sentences. What are those? Leo blew the candles, and the second one, he cut the cake. And that and conjunction join these two sentences here. Am I right? And another one example I want to give you. We ate cakes and chocolates at the party. If party is there, definitely these cakes and chocolates maybe surely there. So here in this complete sentences, here and join two nouns. One is cakes and another one is chocolates. So I hope it is clear to you. Then now some example you have seen on a screen. So just see first one. She brought a shirt and a book. It means two things which are related. You want, if you are going to the school, so definitely at that time these two are related. Here and is join the two related ideas or sentences. Okay. Then next one, come on, next one, that is you can write your paper with a pen or a pencil. Or is optional. Whether you write by a pen or a pencil, whatever you are using, it's totally up to you. It means here we are giving a choice, right? You can write your paper with pen or a pencil. You have a option. Okay. So or conjunction is using for option. The next one is I sent him a letter but he didn't respond. Here the contradiction between the sentences, or you can say ideas. I sent him a letter but he didn't respond me. Okay. So the next one is she laughed and entered into the room. These are related. She laughed and entered into the room. Both are related ideas, right? So next one is he sings songs because he wants to become a singer. Now I just want to clear you where we use this because. The conjunction because is used to join the sentences in order to show reason. Example, they could not play outside because it was raining. And if you asking the question why they could not play outside, you will get answer, it was raining outside. Then I'll give another one example to you. Okay, it make very easy to you this concept. He left early, he was feeling tired. And if you ask the question by your own self that why he left early, then you getting the answer, he was feeling tired, that's why. So that's why we are using a conjunction because here. Here the second idea generally explain the cause of the first idea. That's why similarly what you have seen on the screen, he sings songs because. Why he sings songs? Because that's a reason. He wants to become a singer. That's why he sings songs. Am I right? So next one is you cannot succeed unless you work sincerely. Here, if you don't work sincerely, how can you get success? That is, it show a condition. Am I right? You cannot succeed unless you work sincerely. If you don't work sincerely, how can you achieve success? Okay, that is a condition. Okay. Then next is I saw him while I was driving my car. Okay, when you see that person, when you're driving the car, I was driving my car, then I saw him. See, it's connected these two sentences. I saw him while I was driving my car. Then another one word, I went to a market where I saw a jogger. This word is where. I went to a market where I saw a jogger. This is a question. Okay. So these all. Conjunction is what? What do you think about the conjunction? It's totally a word that join words and sentences. Again, I tell you, my dear student, it's nothing. This is very simple concept. Conjunction is a word that join words and sentences. Is it clear to you? So let me come on a next one. That is our let's write. Okay. So these are a question, and I hope you have to be write down it in your notebook, and by your own self you have to do it. This is for you. I'll tell you one by one, and I gave one hint to you, right? It is a time to get up for a school. I want to sleep for some more time. It's a contradiction or the related ideas. You just think by your own self. It is a time to get up for the school, and after that you want to sleep. This is a contradiction in your ideas. So what will you use here? That's end. Okay. So the next one is Shaila got more chocolates for her birthday. She got some new clothes too. These are interrelated ideas. How? Because of Shaila's birthday there, and she wants chocolates and as well as clothes. So these are the interrelated ideas. So here you can use, surely you can use and. Okay. And the next one is everyone has gone to sleep. I want to read my books. It is good or not? If that type of the situation arise in your life, everyone has gone to sleep, and you want to read or not, and if it is a compulsion, then definitely what conjunction you used here? But. Okay. Then last one is Raju plays cricket. He also play hockey. Here two related words are here, like cricket and hockey. You want to play both, then how can you say these are the contradict word? These are the related word. And if you are having related word, related sentence, related ideas, if you have seen in the sentences, definitely what will you use? And. Am I right? So I hope you will do it by your own self. So come on, next one. That is degree. And here firstly I want to tell you, an adjective can exist in three forms. Okay. First one is positive, comparative and superlative. But before it, I want to tell you what is adjective. It is a describing word which adds something in a noun or pronoun. Okay. So let me do our three form, or you can say degree. And you can say adjective can exist in three forms. First one positive, second comparative, and the third one is superlative. Positive form is the base form. And what was the base form? First form of a verb. Okay, dear student. So the positive form is a base form of the adjective, and comparative form expresses a higher degree of some quality, and superlative form expresses the highest degree. The degree of comparison. So I'll explain briefly to you. There are 3 degrees of comparison, and first one is positive degree. This is simplest form of the adjective, like happy, sad. These all are the base form of the verb, my dear. So in a very simple sentences, what type of the verb you are using? A simple form of the verb. That I just give one example, and you have seen on the screen also. That is, he is happy. You are sad. Here we are using simplest form of the adjective. Okay. The second one is comparative degree. It is used when two person or things are being compared. It means comparative degree we are using where in the sentences we compared two person or two things, like happier, sadder. These are the comparative degree. Okay, I give one example. He is happier than his brother. How many persons are here? He and brother. Comparison between the only two person. That's why we are using here happier. Then next one is, he is best student of the class. And this is best is superlative degree. How? Because of here comparison between the more than two student. That's why we are using here superlative degree. Okay, comparison between whom? One boy and the rest one, whole class. Okay, what's the meaning of superlative? This is used where more than two person or things are being compared, like happiest, saddest and best. An example I already clear to you. Then so many examples you have seen here of the positive, comparative or superlative. So you just learn this properly. First one is poor. Comparative degree of it is poorer, and superlative poorest. The second one, positive verb is, your base verb is thin. It's become thinner in comparative case, thinnest in superlative. Then next is our easy. It's become easier in comparative and easiest in superlative. Next is popular. It's become more popular in comparative and most popular in superlative. These are some exceptional cases which you have learned deeply. Okay. Then next is our little. It become less in comparative case and least in superlative. Next is our bright. It become brighter and brightest. Black. It become blacker or blackest. Large in comparative case become larger and in superlative become largest. Similarly, beautiful, more beautiful, and in superlative most beautiful. So I hope you just learn it. What do you have observed here? Whenever you just write down comparative, in that case you add only ER in positive degree. Have you seen here? Poor become poorer, thin become thinner, easy become easier. And most of the case, generally I am telling you, not in all case, because of exception also are here. We are using more popular and most popular. I am not talking about those case, but generally you use these ER for the comparative. And whenever you make superlative degree for the positive form, then you just add EST in the last of a base form of the verb. Poor become poorest, thin become thinnest, easy become easiest. And a special case you have seen that little become less and least. So my dear student, you have to learn all this. so that it may clear to you how we can change positive degree to the comparative and superlative. Now you just seen this picture, it make you clear. Suppose where we are using taller between the two person, that's why you just see first is tall then taller. If you want to use this type of the adjective, you have to be compare between only two. At that time you used this adjective taller if you are doing the comparison between only two. Am I right? But if you are doing comparison between more than two, at that time what type of the adjective you can use here? That is tallest. Am I right? Similarly, next one example is also there. What you have seen? Orange. First one big, then bigger, then biggest. Similarly, if you are doing the comparison between the two, first one and second one, then you have to be used bigger. And if the comparison between the more than two, like these are three, then you have to be used adjective biggest. Am I right? So I hope this is clear to you. Now let me come on next. Underline each adjective in the following sentences. As I told you before 1 or 2 minutes, what are the adjectives? Nothing. It is describing the word, or you can say add something to the noun or pronoun. Let me start our first one sentence. The small girl went into the big hall. Girl is small and hall is big. These two, small and big, they are qualifying the noun. Am I right? So the next one is the brave soldiers fought for many years. How's the soldier? Brave. This brave word give the quality of the soldier. Okay. Then third, ripe oranges were round and juicy. This ripe word is an adjective for the orange. Then fourth is my mother was weak and thin. It means weak and thin. These two words give the quality of my mother. How's my mother? She was weak and thin. Then our last one is the dark sky was filled with bright stars. How's the sky? That is in dark color. So dark specify the color of sky. And how's the star? Those are bright. So these two words add something in the quality of a sky and stars. So these are all about the adjective. I think it is clear to you, right? So let me come on our next one. This is not for me, it is for you. Now what will you do? I just tell you one example and later you will do at your home. Okay, so first one, positive, comparative and superlative. So what comes in your mind? This is for you. You have to be write down the comparative degree and superlative degree. And where the comparative is given, then you have to be write down the positive and superlative degree. And where the superlative degree is given, you have to be write down positive and comparative. Okay, so I just explained first one because so many example I gave to you already. So this is for you. First, tiny, it's become tinier in comparative case, and tiniest when it become in a superlative degree, right? So tinier is comparative degree, tiniest is superlative degree. Can you do by your own self? Okay, so let me come on our next one, that is your assignment. This is very important, and now I am so happy because you are getting assignment. So my dear student, don't be panic. If any problem you are having, you can be ask me at my personal number. So what are the assignments for you? You just note it down. First one, draw the picture of a morning scene by your own self. Don't try to paste, okay? And describe it in your own word, okay? Don't be panicky. How do you write down? You just do whatever you want, you just explain, okay? And most importantly, don't try to find out from the Google, and don't ask to your parents. Whatever come in your mind, my dear student, you have to be write down only and only those things, right? Then next one is speak 5 sentences about your morning routine, okay? How can you write down? You just write down by your own self. Don't try to take the help of the Google, and make a video with help of your parents, and please send to us. Then not least but last, that is complete the reading is fun and let's learn section, okay? This is whole about this poem Wake Up. So thank you listening me sincerely. I hope you understand everything related to this poem. And now just wait for my next video, because in our next video we will do our next chapter, Neha's Alarm. Thank you and have a nice day.